Hey there YouTube, Kyle back at you with Kyle's Creations. Well, this is a perfect example of when a customer brings you something, or if a buddy of yours brings you something, or one of your toys, probably not one of your toys, but you know, one of your family members or something like that brings you something, is like, yeah, you know, it's got this little issue, whatever, blah blah blah, you know, not 100% sure what's going on. In this case here, the gentleman said that it ran, but it burned oil real bad. So okay, and I saw that there was a lot of blow-by on the crankcase ventilation tube. So when I see that, I assume that the piston rings are shot. So I ordered a new piston kit, which was nice. Sometimes for certain bikes you can get really lucky, and this kit comes with the piston, rings, jug, and a gasket set for 70 bucks. So I don't know the quality of it and this and that, but you know, to get you by in a pinch, you know, me or a lot of my, you know, my customers and stuff don't have, you know, a ton of money to spend on this kind of stuff. So you know, I don't have $300-400 to spend on a piston kit, so that's really nice. But anyway, we'll bring you in and show you what really happened. So get you guys off the stand and we'll show you what really went down. And by the way, this can be a very common issue, especially if you don't get these wrist pin clips seated properly. Let me see. I might have to bring in here. Gonna try to at least. I don't know if you can see that, but that wrist pin should not be sticking out a couple millimeters like that. It should be in here, which it's actually pretty seized. And that's because one of the clips on that side came loose. If you don't put those clips in right, and we'll go over this, usually it's a little C-clip like this, and in the side of the piston, which here, I guess we'll use, the new piston. Okay, see this little dimple right here? You do not want, because it's going to be just little clips like this. You do not want the opening side of that clip to be where that little dimple is, because they have been known to come out, and in this case it most definitely did. So you know what happens is in your wrist pin, when your piston's going up and down, it can slide out, and what does it do? Rubs up on the inside of your cylinder wall, which I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to see this. I think you're going to be able to. See those two grooves right there? Those are about 1 millimeter deep, and they're even on, there's a little bit on this side. I'm trying to get the glare off of there for you, but you can just barely see too. They're a little bit lighter on that side, but they're really heavy on this side, which, because there's grooves on both sides, tells me that that the wrist pin on the deal on both sides went out. And what probably happened is one clip went out, and then because of the pressure and stuff, it probably pushed the other one out, you know, or wore it out to the point to where it just failed. So there's that. So definitely, I don't know, the sleeve is not that thick, but it would not be worth, you know, for what it costs to get a whole new cylinder and everything, it's just not worth doing all that. So It's nice that we got that so cheap, but the other thing, and what really baffles me, and I'm not even sure how the heck this engine was running. Do you see that? You see, this is your valve, and these are your springs. See where that valve is sitting right there? It's pretty flush with the top of that, okay? See how deep in that one is? And see how my spring can just flop around and do whatever the heck it wants? Yeah, that's not good. I don't know how the heck this thing was ever running. So, between those two things, this was just kind of a quick video, just kind of showing you guys, you know, some of the things that you can run across, you know. Everybody always, and this is a good point too, whenever you go to buy something, oh, you know, it's fine, you know, blah, 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 just, you know, clean the carburetor and everything will be just fine. Well, oh, it blows a little smoke, you know. That may not always be the case, you know, I mean, you never know. I always love when I read those things and the things, oh yeah, it just needs the carburetor cleaned and, you know, and a new battery and everything's great, but I'm selling it for super cheap. Well, if you just clean the carburetor and put a new battery in it, you can get twice as much money for it. So that's just the first hint that there's something else going on. Like, again, another thing to look for too is if you have excessive oil coming off of that blow-by, typically that tube is usually hooked to an air box. So keep an eye out for that. But I just wanted to bring you guys along just to kind of show you, you know, some of the crazy things that you find when you start digging into something, you know. So anyways, if you have any problems, questions, you know where to find me. And all right, back with the final part of this guy. Got it all put back together. Gonna get it running real quick, show you that she runs. Of course, now she won't start. Looks like the kill switch was sticking a little bit, but it's all back together, purring like a kitten. Just wanted to show you a couple things real quick though. Couple things to look out for, real big red flags. Number one, they're actually using house wire for the ground and the starter wire. Real red flags. Now, I don't know why, but I can't get this thing to start off of my jump battery. It doesn't have a battery in it without jumping the solenoid. But when the bike's running, the button, the starter button doesn't work when you got it just hooked up to a battery. But when you get the bike running, it works. So I don't know what kind of weird, God knows what they've done to this thing. So I was just asked to fix the engine, what we showed previously, and that's that. So just, these are real red flags when you see stuff like this, you know. The stuff that was done to the inside of the engine was amateur stuff, okay? Same thing with this kind of crap. you know, you really got to watch out for that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just red flags, man. But she's running back together, so guys should be picking it up here sometime today. But you know, thanks for watching, guys. You know, don't forget, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.